So you needed three things really to make in-game ads, so ads within the actual game experience, to be successful. You needed a technology that was wide enough so that there was enough people to actually look at this. The second thing you need is a device that is capable of showing full 3D experiences that actually allow you to put ads into it. They need to be powerful enough. And then the third thing that makes this really interesting now is that you need the industry to have moved over so that brand advertising, your Coca-Colas and your Nikes, they need to move into mobile. And the best place in mobile is games, because that's where the majority of these users are. So developers have lots of these SDKs to integrate, and it's generally not a particularly nice experience, and it's generally come from companies that don't really understand the development experience and how developers go about things. So we've specifically got a lot of people in the company who come from game development, who built games, mobile games, MMOs, successful games. So we understand, we kind of pride ourselves in understanding that industry. We're very focused on mobile, and that allows us to be very specific. It allows us to really focus the SDK, not put anything in there that doesn't need to be there for esports or for VR or anything like that. We do a lot to try and make it as easy as possible to track ads, to understand what's going on in your game. We'll give you access not just to the aggregate data, but actually the raw data, so that you'll actually have user level data on all of the information coming out of AdInMo, which allow you to actually understand what's going on, but also allows you to connect that with other third-party data sources like other analytics systems. It's a new place to put ads, and we can all understand how in a sports game you could have billboards, but that is a tiny percentage of the games that are out there. So the real challenge here is, how do you get these ads into puzzle games, into casual games, into card games, into all of the other genres that we have. Within AdInMo, we've got a game design team, which means that we're doing two things with that. We're actually working with developers to define where ads should go and help them understand. And using that experience, we're building a Bible. Documentation that we'll then make available to everybody that says, with this type of game, this is how you do it, and here are examples. So you can imagine there's some really kind of obvious kind of extensions to the billboard. You've got backs of cards in a casino. You've got fashion games where you've got the hoardings behind models. Those things. We're doing quite a lot of work in extending our ad units. So spherical objects or cylindrical objects, cans, for example. So as we start to build that out, there'll be more ready-made objects that you can easily drop into your game that will make it much more intuitive, much simpler to add ad units into the game experience. We definitely work with the game engines, so we're fully integrated into Unity, and we're just completing our Unreal integration as well. So we become a part of the game engine, and that we try and make that as kind of seamless as possible. So we act like a part of the engine. We come up as a panel, so it feels like a proper integration. Very simple. All of the controls are built within the engine interface. So that makes it just kind of easy. You stay within the IDE. You don't have to go out to a website or to another third-party app. We try and keep it very integrated. It also means you can use all your tools that you're already used to, your editors and the interface that you experience, to actually understand what's going on. So we make it as integrated as possible, because we are, I suppose, more than most ads, we are fundamentally a part of the game experience. You're putting objects actually into the game, so it makes sense that it does feel like it is part of the engine itself. One of the really cool features we've got is the ability to let our developers see what ads are going to actually be available within their game. So they'll be able to view the ads, see what ads are being displayed. We'll give them access and the capability to actually triage those ads, to decide what ads are and aren't going to be displayed. Now, certainly allows you to do things. You'll have the normal kinds of controls that says, I don't want to have gambling, or I don't want to have certain types of ads, and all those controls will be there. But we'll take that to that much more in-depth level to actually be able to say, well, actually, I don't want this specific ad, or I don't like this ad. And once you've identified it and picked it, then it won't get displayed again in your game. And that ability to control what ads are being displayed is, I think, absolutely vital, and it's something that no other ad network ever allows people to do.